Nothing below, nothing above. No matter how low I get, Lord, you are enough. Nothing can separate me from your love. Nothing can separate me from your love. Lord, you are King of kings.
I can remember I was already on stage and I just saw someone in the congregation holding the phone, more like doing a record. So, or taking the picture, but I just continue and all of that. And then it just, from then on, she was an incredible part of the church. She was an excellent team player.
Nothing before me, nothing in my head.
You are the reason I live.
Your peace surpasses.
We have brought ourselves.
Nothing separates
I raised the entire room.
from your
The living room. Tomorrow we'll go to the kitchen. My brother, because we both are.
Because I
can't. You two, you're tired. Tomorrow we'll fix the kitchen. So there's not much to do in the kitchen. Oh, yeah, everything is set. I'm so happy. I'm with my husband and I'm dedicated. It is my bonnet to my. Oh, let this is part of what is making me happy. Oh, guys. Good night. Good night.
You lost something by that way.
Let's go. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Hi guys, good morning. How are you guys doing? I feel like I've not really done a video, I've not recorded in like 2 weeks, and I posted an apology on the channel today, and whilst I shared the content on my second channel, hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, but people didn't know why. You guys didn't know why. Look at my house now. So you see my house. So you see our wardrobe. You see how empty everywhere is. It's crazy. I'll take you guys to the living room. I'll take you guys to the living room shortly. Ah, goodness. I was watching the video. See, that's why I love YouTube. I love capturing moments, even though this past year I've been slacking, because it helps you to put things in perspective. It helps you to go back and actually appreciate how far God has brought you. I was watching the video of when we moved into this house for the first time, and I was just, I can't even recognize myself, how slim and tired I was looking. And the lots and the fears, the worries. I remember I was telling you guys in that video that I was not sleeping. I would wake up in the middle of the night worried because of some of the narratives I've heard about people who lived in the UK not having jobs, not being able to pay up tuition, not being able to do certain things. And I was so worried. Even though I knew that it was God who brought me here, it was still worrying. Like leaving the United States, coming here, to a lot of people, even till today, when I tell people, they still don't understand why. Even, to be honest, me too, I don't understand why. But one thing I knew was I had to obey God. But in obeying God, one thing about him, he never gives you the full picture. I don't like how this is. He never gives you the full picture. You don't know what to expect. You just go. You just obey and you go. And, coming here and how good, how faithful God has been. how God has been true to his word. Like I was literally I was praying this morning and I couldn't even pray. I couldn't like pray because I kept remembering. I shared the story on this channel, how we got this place, how God literally prepared this house for us. Everybody that I've hosted in this house, they always have something great to say about the property, about the house, even though, to me, it's like really small, really, but a lot of people come here and they're like, this is such a nice place. And how we came into this country, not having anything. I remember I almost got another apartment because I was in a hurry. I was in a hurry. I was scared. My husband was coming. We didn't have a place to stay. Obviously, my sister was there. His brother was here. It's not like we were homeless, but I always like to be in my own space, right? I always like to be in my own comfort. And I remember there was this Indian guy that almost gave us an apartment, really nice apartment, unfurnished, and it was going to cost us almost twice of what this, cost us. And we're going to pay, if we were to take the apartment, we would literally have nothing, no furnishing, nothing. And God kept saying, calm down, right? And just when I was about to go to the train station, I just saw this leasing company. It wasn't even in my way. I don't know why I diverted, right? And I just saw this office. I'm like, let me just go in and ask. And I went in and I said, do you guys have anything for a couple, right? Sorry, I'm trying to zoom this in a bit. I said, do you guys have anything for a couple? And they were like, they don't have. And I remember I was about to walk out of the door and she said, well, they have something that is not yet in the market. It has not been advertised. And then she was showing me, and I remember this. If you remember the story, if you're an OG on this channel, you probably know that, the night before I was so worried. I kept asking God, why did you, if you brought me here, blah, 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 this is not what you promised me, da, 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 da. I've only been here just a few weeks, so and I was already worried because of accommodation. And that night my husband called me and he said, okay, tell me, what do you desire in a property? What do you want in the house, that God will give to us? And I said, okay, I never told you guys the details, but I told God that I wanted an apartment that costs maximum 550, bills inclusive and fully furnished. Now, if you knew the climate of the UK when I came in, and the amount of people that were looking for houses, right? And I didn't want a studio apartment. I wanted a 1-bedroom, right? So it was almost impossible. Everywhere I had gone to at the time, there was not one. It was only shared apartments and studios that came bills inclusive. Every other one you had to pay your bills, and the one bed I was seeing was I came with 3 months rent with £500, thinking that, oh yeah, that should settle everything. Every apartment they were showing me 800, 700, this and that. I'm like, kilo shele gongo, like for 1 bedroom. I was so downcasted. And my husband said, say what you want, tell God what you want. And I said, 550 maximum, all bills inclusive and everything. And I remember when I was about to leave the leasing company and they said, oh, there's this one. It's not yet in the market. We haven't advertised it. Nobody knows about it. Blah, blah, blah. But it's not yet ready. I was like, okay, just show me. So how much is it? And she told me, 500. And then it was 595. She said it was all bills inclusive and it was fully furnished. And me, I'm like, what do you mean fully furnished? I didn't really mind. As long as there's chair, there's bed. To me, that is fully furnished. And there's oven, there's microwave. I've went to an apartment then that was, I think, 450. There was nothing, not even cooker, not even there. And the apartment was like, this my bedroom divided into 2. You understand? It was horrible. And then the neighborhood was a very scary. So I was discouraged. I was so discouraged. But you see, every time God kept correcting me. And I feel like I'm talking too much. And, this apartment came about. God provided. I remember when we came in, because we had to pay 3 months rent, including deposit. So that was about, 595, which is like, let's say 600, right? Times 3, then, so times 4, really. So that was almost £3,000 that we had. £3,000. My husband said, I don't know English. 2005, I think. 2004 thereabouts, 2004, that we had to pay. And then moving in, and how God surprised us, to the spoon we used to eat, to the plate, to the vacuum, to the everything. This house came fully. It was like, you know what, God literally prepared a place for me, and then was asking me to just hold on and wait on him, right? And by the time that everything was sorted out, we didn't even have the little things we had to buy was pots. And I remember the day we went to Aldi to buy, no, not Aldi, it was what's the name of, not August, it was what's the name, we don't have it close, that's why I keep forgetting. But we went to the store to buy, you know, stuff for the house, and I remember I picked the pot and we didn't have enough money, like we were short. And that was all the money we had. We weren't expecting any money from anywhere, you know. We were short. We were contemplating whether we should buy pots or not to buy pots before God used Sister Inka to send me money that night. And, you know, God just kept showing up for us. And then we came into this house. I was jobless. My husband was jobless. And, you know, just when we were there, you see, when God told me before I left the US that I have gone before you, sometimes we worry, and I still do that. God knows I still do that even now. When God has told me, don't worry, I have gone ahead of you, you're going to be okay. But you know, you want things to be done, you know, when God gives you that it's going to be okay, you want things done fast because you know it's almost like we don't have faith. You know, I didn't have faith, you know, at the time. I mean, I had faith enough to move, I just didn't have faith enough to believe that God was going to sustain us, you know. And my husband moved into this house within 2 weeks. He already got his first job, right? It wasn't like this dream job or anything, but that job was a weekly payment, you know. The only thing we told God we wouldn't do was care, because it was not just any of our calling, right? And it was something that provided for us in that season. And within 1 month, we came in here in September. In November, our anniversary was November 11th. November 11th was my husband's start day at his job in the civil service in the UK. So it blew my mind, like God. And the job that he got was one that he applied for in June, before he even left Nigeria. And how they just called him all of a sudden and like, you know what, we've been trying to, because you know at the time we bought a Skype number that he was using, so that he would, you know, apply for jobs outside of Nigeria. Anyways, I think we shared most of those stories already, and how God miraculously provided that job for him and for me also, after 6 months of God saying rest and me saying, God, what do you mean? You know, in his right time, God gave me a good job. It's God. I don't know what to say. I remember when we came into this house, we came in with this 4 boxes. Those were the only thing we came into this property with, like our clothes. I remember when we finished arranging the wardrobe, there was so much space in the wardrobe. You know, we didn't have our winter gears. At least my husband didn't. Well, he bought some in Nigeria, which, anyways. That was all we came in with. Like, that was all our suitcases. That was all we came in with. As at yesterday night, we donated almost a full suitcase of clothes, you know, really good clothes. We donated them. You know, God literally has, we are nowhere close where we want to be. But, you know, from getting his first job, his second job in this house, me getting my first job, to, you know, everything happened in this home. And every time I think of this house, I think this is the most joyful home. I mean, me and my husband have only lived in 2 homes together, in Nigeria and here. But this house, we've laughed the most, we've played the most, we've grown the most, we've enjoyed our marriage the most in this house so far, because it will be more where we're going by the grace of God. We've, you know, so many memories, the families. When we came here, we didn't know anybody in this tiny town. We didn't know anybody. I remember I didn't even know where Middlesbrough was. It was one day I was watching, and when God started to plant the seed in my heart, it was Prudence at Pinoco's video I was watching, and I'm like, okay, where is this school? And you know, it was like, that's where you're supposed to be. Right? I didn't know anybody in this town, but when we are living, like, we had a send forth in church yesterday, the community, it's almost like oh my goodness. I mean, there's a downside to it because it's like you're getting to know people and then you're leaving them behind. And you know, it's like you have to start all over again. I mean, there's that side, but there's also the side of I didn't even know anyone, you know, but in this house, I've hosted people, you know, God has used myself, my family to feed people in this nation, not because they are hungry or anything, but that's just my way of showing love to people, you know. God has established my family, you know, in our own little way, you know, and I know, you know, gosh, you know, I'm just thinking of everything, you know, and I said we came in with 4 suitcases. We have 10 boxes outside that are just things. And then, you know, there's TV, there's the bed in the store, there is, you know, there's a lot of things that we are living with. Like we came in with 4 suitcases. I'll show you guys when we're moving, when I go to the living room now. And literally, we are going with plenty. God has been faithful. God has been faithful. And I am so grateful to him. The moving truck should be here. It's 5:47 a.m. I've been awake since 4 a.m. and I can't sleep because my heart is just filled with gratitude. And obviously I'm nervous with the new place and, you know, I don't, yeah. But it's more of like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for the step all the way. Thank you for walking with us. Thank you for taking this journey with us. It hasn't been an easy journey. So many things has happened in this house. So many memories has happened in this house. So many things that you guys don't even know about. Like so many things. But in all, God has remained faithful. That's one thing I can testify, that God has remained faithful to his word. He has remained faithful to his promises, you know, and I know that there's so much that is still left for us to achieve and to do in this nation, in this country that God has brought us to. But even if, you know, even before that happens, just looking back, I am grateful to God. I am so grateful to God. Anyway, so I'm going to take you guys through the tour of the house for the first time. I didn't do a house tour. I don't do house tours until I'm leaving the house. So yeah, we are moving to a new property. In case I have not mentioned that, we are actually moving to an entirely different. We are moving like by car, I think about 4 hours away. We are moving closer to London. We are not in London, but we're moving closer to London. We are moving to a different city entirely. We're not even in the north. We are going to the south. You know, God has given us opportunities there, and yeah, in due time, you guys would get to know, hopefully. You know, but yeah, God has opened the door of opportunity for us and he has given us his permission to move on. It wasn't an easy decision, which I struggled with this a lot. I remember the very first day, you know, it was becoming almost real, or when we decided to start the process of this decision, I struggled a lot. I was like, no, we're not doing. I was vehemently against it. And, you know, just because sometimes you get too comfortable where you are, that, yeah. Anyways, God has opened the door of opportunity for us and we are going to explore it. So we're going to a different town, and which is funny because I've always wanted to leave Middlesbrough. In short, when we clocked 1 year in this house, I started looking for properties. I started looking for another place because I just got tired of this house. And the reason I got tired is not because of necessarily about the house itself, because again, this property is jackpot, you know, but it's also because the major reason is because, you know, I love to host people, but then people come and they don't have anywhere to sleep because it's just a one bed. You know, I felt like we outgrew this house, and you know, the last time I had to host people, I had to book a hotel for them. You know, so I wanted a 2-bed. That was the major reason, and also I got tired of Middlesbrough. Like, I'm not a small town girl. Yeah, I love to live. At least if I'm not in a city, let me live closer to a big city. My husband doesn't like living in the cities. But anyways, God has taken us closer. But we are still in the town. We're still going to live in a town, but much bigger than Middlesbrough. Well, yeah, bigger than Middlesbrough. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to God. And yeah, I'll tell you guys where we're moving eventually, at least the town, the city where we're moving to. Yes, I know some of you have questions about school, about everything, but we'll discuss that. I can't believe I've talked for 20 minutes. I didn't plan for this to be this long. We'll discuss that later, but yeah, I just wanted to, like, I woke up this morning filled with gratitude, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I don't know what it is that you're worried about. I don't know what's that step that God is asking you to go. I remember, you know what, let's walk and talk, because I do got a lot of things to do. I remember when a word that God gave to me when I was coming, you know, and I was so worried. I was really worried. And he said that, okay. And then he gave me a word. He said, it's in the Bible, where the Bible says that whether you turn to the right or to the left, you will hear a voice behind you telling you this is the way, walk in it. Yeah. And I remember that was the word God gave me, and it was like, so let's even assume that this place you are going is not my will. Do you trust me enough to know that I'm able to redirect you to my will, you know, and all of that? And that was like the confidence that I had that made us decide to take this move. But yeah, let's do a home tour. So this this corner of the house is where our wardrobe is. Yep. This is my husband's wardrobe. This was my husband's wardrobe. He has 2 drawers, and it's the same thing for me also. Hi. This was how we met the room, the bed, right? This was where it was facing, but our bed, we turned it and we faced here. This is not our bed, by the way. This is the bed we met here. This is how we met the room, right? 2 dressers and everything, but we turned the bed here to give us more space here. And yeah, but we had to return the house to how we met it. And this is, you know, the blinds. And here is the living room. Here is our living room. Oh, so yeah, these are the boxes that we have so far. These are 10 filled to the brim boxes, 11, 12 actually. So yeah, it's, let me see. So yeah, anyway, so this is the chair, and that's the dining room. And yeah, this is where our TV used to be. We had to change the bulb back to their bulb that we met here. It's a yellow bulb. Our bulb was white. And here's the kitchen. Again, we had to change it to yellow bulb. Here's the kitchen. Oh Lord, I still have a number of things to do here. I've cleaned the kitchen already. My husband has cleaned the kitchen. So here it is. And we bought this deep freezer after we moved in, but it came with oven, it came with washing machine, the fridge, and then it came with plates. It came with cups, right? It also came with a few pots and some other accessories. And the part I did not like about this house, which, you know, if you live in the UK, you probably know it's a staple, is that the bathroom is here. The bathroom is, you know, outside. So we have this door to separate, and we also have another door there. So this is the entrance to the bathroom. Here is the bathroom. I filmed some content here. I like the lighting in the bathroom. But anyways, this is what it looks like. We have a shower here. I actually like this bathroom. But yeah, so basically that's where we've been living for the past 1 year and 6 months. Up to 6 months. No, we came in September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, 1 year and 6 months. God is good. Yeah, 1 year and 5 months. Yeah, so this is our humble abode. This is where God kept us, you know. And now God is taking us somewhere else. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next phase. I won't lie to you. I was really scared at a point because I was just scared because it's a new place, it's a new city, somewhere I've never been before. And of course, there are lots of fears and yeah, but again, it's always a thing of if you know who is leading you and if you trust who is leading you, you go with confidence or semi-confidence. You are the wisdom before time began. So anyways, my husband has left already, in case you're wondering. He left yesterday because of the moving truck. Yeah, the moving company we're using. Yeah, so somebody has to be in the house to welcome them when they get there. And yeah, so that's why he has gone. He left yesterday, but he's not in the house yet, obviously, because there's no furnishing in the house yet. But he's with a friend. We're staying with a friend in Reading. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so he will be going to the property today to collect the keys. And you know, yeah, he'll be going to collect the keys today. And when the truck gets to the house today, he'll be there to do the offloading. I will be joining him tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be joining him tomorrow. I need to go and return my work laptop, arranging. So he's going to go sort out the utilities, sort out, you know, getting a fridge, getting a few things in the house. They're supposed to deliver the couch and the mattress sometime next week. So it's going to be a lot of settling in, arranging, and a lot of things, right? So I can't wait to bring you guys along.
Nothing before me, nothing in my head.
It is time to go. Oh my God, I can't believe how empty this house is right now. Like, this is literally how we came into this house, and it is so surreal. We've packed ourselves and our memories out of the house, and yeah, I just need to do a quick video just in case these people come and tell me stories. So I had to buy a new sheet to return. What was this? What's that? Oh no, that's a plug. So we vacuumed the entire floor. Here's the living room. Everywhere has been cleaned. Cleaned, cleaned, cleaned.
Lord, you are King of Kings. I'm here to give you everything. It's my whole life that I'm offering. I give it over to the King of Kings. I give it over to the King of Kings. I give my heart, I give my soul. Lord, I give up control. Every part of my day, Lord, it's yours. Have your way. Give my heart, give my soul. Lord, I give up control. Every part of my day, Lord, it's yours. Have your way. You are King of Kings. I'm here to give you everything. It's my whole life that I'm offering. I'll give it over to the King.